What's going on, guys? This is the absolute answer, Nick Cutler, personal trainer at Full Spectrum Fitness, the mecca of the Midwest right here in Crown Point, Indiana. And today we have got some nutrition on the go tips for you. Originally, I was going to show you guys how to make a home-cooked bodybuilding meal for a post-workout meal after I just trained back with Brandon Pappy. But scheduling got in the way, so I had to get a meal on the go. GNC would not let us record inside the store, so I got what I needed, but I'm gonna go into detail as to why I bought what I bought. Now, we've already discussed with you guys, what do you need right after you train? I'm not a huge believer in making sure you get fast digesting carbs. Just get your carbohydrates. Protein, just get your protein. One critical thing that I really do think is important, though, is that you keep your fat below 10 grams to ensure that the protein and the carbs both get digested in a rather timely manner. The problem with a lot of the stuff that you're going to find in GNC is the fat is going to be really, really high. Quest Bar only has 20 grams of protein, only has 20 grams of carbs, but the fat's going to be up at around 7 or 8. So it's like, oh, I'll just buy a couple Quest Bars. You can't just buy a couple Quest Bars, because then you're going to be up at 14, 15 grams of fat. Before you know it, your fat's going to be sky high. That's going to slow down the digestion of the other macronutrients. You're not going to get that optimal recovery that you're really looking for. Oh, well, I'll just get, a couple of protein shakes. Yeah, you could get a couple of protein shakes, a couple of Isopures, or maybe a couple of Whey-Bolics, because the fat's really low, but then you still need to acquire your carbohydrates, and then those carbohydrate sources are typically going to have protein in them too, so then you end up going over on your protein macros. Is that terrible? Not as bad as going over on your fat macros, but you still want to keep things close to what you need. So a typical workout for me requires me to have, again, less than 10 grams of fat, optimal, but then I'll also go 50 to 60 grams of protein and 40 to 50 grams of protein. 40 to 50 grams of protein, 50 to 60 grams of carbohydrates. So after scoping around through the store, what we got here, first we'll just look at the protein source. Whey-Bolic 40 RTD, ready to drink. So you're gonna see beta power and this and this and that and that. Look, we're not looking at all of these extra ingredients that GNC puts in their shit so they can try to justify jacking the price up higher. We're just gonna look at the macronutrients. 1 gram of fat, 5 grams of carbs, 40 grams of protein. My protein's pretty set in there. You're only getting 1 gram of fat, only getting 5 grams of carbs. Awesome. So, we need some carbs. So one of the carb sources that I grabbed was a Flapjack soft baked cookie bar, chocolate chip flavor. If you look at the macronutrients for that, 4.5 grams of fat, which puts us at 5.5 grams of fat, 29 grams of carbs, 10 grams of protein. So we're at 50 grams of protein, we're at 34 grams of carbs, and we're at 5.5 grams of fat. Not too bad, right? But we still need some more carbohydrates. This lovely find, Smart Tart. We'll see if this is enough to satisfy your Pop-Tart craving. I've actually tried these before. The blueberry and the strawberry are actually very tasty. I got the cinnamon one today so you guys can see my taste test, but let's look at the macros. 6 grams of fat. That actually puts us at 10.5 grams of fat. So we're a 0.5 gram over where we want to be at, but that 0.5 gram of fat is not going to kill you, I assure you. We're right up there at the upper limit, but we're still within range. 30 grams of carbs, which puts us at 64 grams of carbohydrates. We aim for 50 to 60, an extra 4 grams, so an extra 16 calories, not too shabby. We can bring that down later on in the day. And then 8 grams of protein, which is going to put our totals at 58 grams of protein, 64 grams of carbs, 10 grams of fat. Not too shabby. Let's see how it tastes though. I've honestly never had this, even though I've worked at GNC for years, because they're overpriced, and even with the discount, I'd rather spend my money on something else. Odd looking color, right? I mean, you look at the front and look at that color. Look at the color on the front of the bottle, and then look at the color in the bottle.
It's like butter.
Ugh.
It's yellow.
Cheers. I'm not a fan of plain vanilla protein shakes. Really, there's only one that I can have, and it's the Tahitian Vanilla Bean from Jim Stefani's Gym Supplement Science, because that tastes like melted Dairy Queen soft serve. This does not taste like melted Dairy Queen soft serve, but it's what I grabbed, so. It also seems very thick, too.
That was hard to watch.
Disgusting. Yeah. Next up, let's do the soft baked cookie bar. Chocolate chip flavored. It actually does feel really soft. Ooh, look at that texture. Not too bad.
Looks like a dog treat.
Oh, it smells like a dog treat.
You ever seen like
So, it looks like a dog treat. It smells like a dog treat. But it doesn't taste like a dog treat. But it doesn't taste like a soft-baked chocolate chip cookie either. Kind of tastes like cardboard.
you can have that? I'm good. I don't want that.
No. You gotta do it. It's part of being on the channel.
Alright. It's got a weird like.
It's thick.
Yeah, you're right. It's like
cardboard. So it doesn't taste bad,
Doesn't taste great either.
but it doesn't taste good either.
Like I taste the chocolate.
But what I gotta eat it. The blueberry and strawberry one of these were both pretty good.
It's legit chocolate. It's funny shit.
Now, this actually smells like a cinnamon twist Pop-Tart. Minus the frosting, obviously, because, well, this isn't an actual Pop-Tart.
Great potato.
Home fucking run. I'm almost upset that I'm gonna give them a taste.
Thank you.
I think it would taste better warm. Like definitely like
That was like golden.
good.
Guys,
I like how it's thick in the mouth.
this is definitely a smart choice for carb sources if you need a post-workout meal on the go in GNC or a vitamin shop or whatever the case is your option. Just make sure you don't do two. If you do two of these, you're gonna get 60 grams of carbs, which is good, 16 grams of protein, which is good, but that's gonna put you at 12 grams of fat. So I would stick with one, try to find a different carb source, or you can share with them. See, I actually didn't go over my macros because I gave some to them. But try to find a different source for the rest of your carbs and the rest of your protein, but definitely don't hesitate to throw one of these in there because they taste good, the macros are on point, and I paid $1.79 for it, so that was good. Well, that's our post-workout tip for the day. Follow me on all forms of social media. Excuse me, I'm talking with my mouth full. Nick Cutler on Facebook, Cutler Coalition on Twitter, Cutler Coalition 88 on Instagram, and CUTLER8869 on Snapchat. Merchandise at ProWrestlingTees.com/Cutler Coalition. Supplementation needs met by TigerFitness.com. Using my affiliate link located in the bio of all of my social media platforms, as well as in the information link on this YouTube video. And until next time, stay Cutler strong.